Can you talk about playing Navy again this year?
Playing Navy again this year. Well, we owe Navy. They beat us on the last play, or we didn't beat them on the last play. But you know, the tradition. I'm a former military guy, Air Force. So I mean, I get the calls. I get what it's for. You know, for the veterans. You know, it's an honor. It's an honor to play Navy. You know, I grew up watching the Army-Navy game as a kid outside, and the fact that they're doing this inside and I'm part of it is it's a really big part of my heart. You know, I'm a big military family. I have uncles in the Marines, the Navy, the Army, and at the end of the day, it's all one big family, the military. So it's prestigious for me to be coaching this game.
Can you talk about how your team's coming together? You had your last practice today.
Yeah, our team looks great. I mean, compare our team to last year. We had a little more time to prepare. I had a little more time to understand the process and getting our Army players. So I would say we're probably 2 times better than last year's team. We added some size, some speed, so it's going to be very interesting.
What's the game plan going into tomorrow?
Stop Ricky Dobbs and score points. I mean, that's pretty much it. If you can shut him down, you know, he's pretty much, you know, the team. He delivers the ball, he gets it to all their big name receivers. But our game plan is to just come out and be physical. You know, we're a much more physical team than we were this time last year. So we've got some pretty big guys on the front line, so that's the game plan.
Can you talk about touring the battleship today, what it meant to you?
To me, having a military family, my grandfather was in the Navy. It was kind of like going back in time. You know, today everything's so advanced and so technical. To actually be able to tour a ship that was commissioned in 1940 and see the living conditions and what these soldiers went through, you know, to give us the freedom that you and I have today. You know, without their bloodshed and sacrifice, we wouldn't have the kind of world we're living in today. So, you know, it was a trip down memory lane from a lane that I wasn't even born into. You know, I'm born in '69, so to be able to get on a ship that's still commissioned, I think it's fantastic for the young kids and my young players to be able to, you know, stop for a second from your hustle and bustle of the day and look back and appreciate it.
Can you talk about how an experience like this helped bond a team?
You know what? A team that just came together from all different parts of the states, for them to spend as much time together as possible is critical. Because when you're out there on the field and you're in the trenches, you got to have some kind of bond and camaraderie with the guy next to you, and a common cause. So, you know, last night's Phillies game was fantastic. Today and tonight's gala, I'm sure, you know, they're getting closer and closer. There's guys that just met yesterday that I see them. Their conversations are getting longer. They're joking around. They're loosening up, and that makes for a relaxed atmosphere on the field.
Thanks, Coach.
Number 1 for Team Navy, playing wide receiver, Sean White. Sean White, ladies and gentlemen. Number 2 for Team Navy, defensive line, Eric Castello. Number 5 for Team Navy, offensive lineman, Christopher Thompson. Playing wide receiver for Team Navy, Tyree Barnes. Offensive line for Team Navy, Joshua Sandwell. Quarterback for Team Navy, Ricky Dobbs. Defensive back for Team Navy, Keith Johnson. Defensive line for Team Navy, Kevin Lewis. Quarterback for Team Navy, John Gamble. Wide receiver, Andre McGlone. Linebacker, Chris Jordan. Also playing linebacker, Andrew Holmes. Defensive line and linebacker, Tony Lewis. Uh-oh, somebody's ready. Wide receiver, Branty McIntyre. Linebacker, Jarnay Somerville. Defensive line and O-line, James York. Playing center for Team Navy, Mike Carter. Quarterback, Shalimar Brazil. Grazier. Travis Bridges. Introducing your coaching staff, we start with Rick Novak. Bob Barikian. Brian Novak. And your head coach for Team Navy, Gary Vinciguerra. And coming out, the man of the hour, the man who put this all together, the founder of AFL Global and the creator of the Army-Navy game. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a round of applause for Mr. Marty Judge. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a round of applause?
All right, can you talk about tomorrow's game a little bit?
Tomorrow's going to be a good game. It's a rivalry that never ends. Army versus Navy, you can't beat it.
Can you talk about how you've trained for this game a little bit?
We have practices here and there. Mainly work got in the way. We had service here and there. But whenever everybody can come together, God has made people come together. We had a few practices here and there. We made the best of it. Prepared the best we could. We're ready for tomorrow.
What's your game plan for tomorrow's game? How are you going to help the team?
Do anything I can. Play every play as hard as I can. There's no reason to stop until the end of the game. You guys just never know.